What's up, guys? In today's video, I want to talk about Turbo. I'm seeing some big mistakes forming, some regrets that I feel will happen soon. Right now, Turbo, this is my laptop, by the way, it's out of the shot. It's almost half a penny. It almost went to a penny all-time high, which was around the 500 million market cap. And then it had a sell-off. And a lot of investors are worried. They're like, why does this influencer say that, this one's the next Turbo, stuff like that. And I thought it was time to make a video because I can only reassure and say so many things on Twitter and YouTube. And by the way, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. I have one account, it's in the description. But that being said, Turbo has a Web3 partnership coming out. They announced this on Twitter in about a week. It got postponed. It was supposed to be today, but they pushed it back for a week. Right now, it's at 333 million market cap, almost full diluted. Top 100 is growing. Holders are growing. And the biggest misconception in comparison I'm getting to Turbo is Brett. And I'm like, Brett, it's not a bad crypto, but it's almost 2 billion market cap. How can that be the next Turbo? Turbo is not even 500 million market cap yet. And you're saying a larger market cap is the next Turbo? That's like saying Ethereum is the next Cardano. Does that make sense? It doesn't, right? Or Bitcoin is the next Caspa. It doesn't make sense at all, right? A lot of people come into meme coins or cryptos in general, and they have Disney expectations. They go, okay, John, it's rising up. What, bro? Why is it dumping? And I'm like, it's having a sell-off. What did you expect? Did you not expect people to take profits? And by the way, there's some rumors out there that I sold my Turbo. I didn't. In the last video for Turbo / Brett, I said I don't hold both. And I meant that in relation to both together when I was explaining bias in that video. And people, I guess, took that as me saying I wasn't holding Turbo. I can see why they thought that. It was just the way I said it. But I am very much holding Turbo. I think there's a lot more room for growth. In terms of where I see its price, I think it can hit anywhere from 10 cents, maybe $1 this cycle, although that is way too moonish for me to say that coming from me. $1 is just short of a 70 billion market cap, which surprisingly enough is doable. But I'm going to say anywhere from 10 cents to 50 cents. I think a 35 billion market cap, 50-cent Turbo is doable. However, I wouldn't just say hodl and wait for that time to start taking profits. Obviously, if you need help with profit taking, I would recommend joining my Discord. We have a course there for profit taking. But that being said, Turbo right now, if you click the week chart, it's down 14%, sure. But you click the month chart, this is a very healthy consolidation. It literally ran up to an all-time high and has just been finding its floor. There's strength in consolidation. Hear that again. Strength in consolidation. That means there's an equal number of buyers and an equal number of sellers. In order to make a lot of money in crypto, you have to buy the red, buy the fear, or buy the consolidation. Because if you only buy when it rises up, for one, you're not going to have many profits. And two, you're going to end up being extra liquidity with someone else who is buying low. That's just how a wealth transfer takes place. You buy low, sell high. And if you don't do that, someone else will do that for you. And they'll make you regret it when they dump on you. See, a lot of people get salty and they call cryptos rug pulls or they hate certain things. And I ask them, okay, well, when did you buy it? I bought it here. And I'm like, okay, well, what made you want to buy it the all-time high? Oh, because everyone said it was good. That's usually the going answer I get when I ask questions like that. People don't believe in what they're holding until it rises up. They had that confirmation bias issue that I always talk about in my videos, where they question a crypto as it's down, don't buy it, and then when it rises up, the next question is it too late, John? Should I jump in now? What do you think about swapping this to this? And I'm like, where were you? I had someone the other day say for Caspa, I'll wait till it dips. And I'm like, where the hell were you for the last 6 months? 6 months. Caspa's been down. People just, they don't have their belief in their pleas. And I get it. A lot of us are beginners. A lot of you guys are new. But the only way you get better is by learning, researching. I know it takes time. Trust me, you're talking to someone who spent so much time in school, working a full-time job, overtime. I was making videos on my lunch break, and I was researching crypto in between classes and at home at nighttime because I had no time to do it. I had to work with what time I had. The limited time I had to make videos and study and work a 16-hour shift, plus have friends and a family, like, and a girlfriend too at the time, like, to do all that, you can see how stressful that sounds. But I had to time prioritize, make use of what I had instead of having this excuse for why I had half-assed certain things or the poor me victim mentality. See, a lot of people, they have that entitlement issue where they don't make a lot of profits instantly. They're like, well, what the hell's going on? Well, this is the only market, first of all, where you can 2x your money in a matter of like a week. Try doing that in stocks. You'll be waiting 10 plus years. If you're 20 years old, do you want to wait until you're 30 to make a 2x in money in your profits? Probably not, right? That's why we're here in crypto. But the thing is this, though. Turbo's a meme coin, and meme coins are very high risk, high reward. So you get a lot of D's and gamblers who come in here. And they'll come in, they'll FUD, they'll manipulate, and then you get some whales who might do the same thing, manipulate the price. And this is where people stay away from meme coins because it's too risky with the uncertainty of the unknown of what can happen for that crypto. But Turbo, to me, is still my number one meme coin. I know I recently just added Miro, and the market cap reflects how early we still are. Again, this is a 333 million market cap. A 10x is 3 billion. A 100x, which is still doable, is a 33 billion market cap. It could get on Coinbase. It's also on Binance Futures. It could get a Binance Spot. Okay, KuCoin Spot, Gemini. There's many exchanges yet to happen. And not to mention, if this partnership ends up being utility, which we'll see what happens, that's only more bullishness for Turbo. So again, I see a lot of people making mistakes on selling their Turbo right now, or they're saying, oh, it hasn't moved in 5 minutes, let me swap it. And I'm like, the trading volume is 72 million. The price is consolidating nicely. And I'm looking at this like it's going to move very soon. But again, this is not my job to convince you, cause FOMO, whatever. I'm just saying, whatever decision you make with Turbo or any crypto, just make sure it's what you believe is best for you. Because the last thing you want to do is have regrets. You're talking to somebody who has had regrets in the past with coins like Shiba Inu, Solana, Bluezell. Okay, I made my fair share of mistakes. I have. I'm not perfect. I admit it. I even said in my live stream today. Okay, I'm very transparent and really don't care about people's opinions. I do what I want regardless of what the public thinks, but I always do what's in my best interest and what I think is the best interest for you as well, the investor. In Turbo, to me, I think it's only a matter of time before it breaks a penny, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happens in the coming weeks. And when it does, you're going to see the floodgates open. And when it does, you're going to see a lot of people ape in. Even the swing traders who are selling it for 1.5x, 2x, they're going to come back as well. And you're going to see a lot of people wish they held on to their Turbo a little bit longer. Personally, I'm going to hold mine for the rest of the cycle. I have no plans to sell it. I'm trading Turbo like any other investment, okay? I'm waiting for altcoin season, but obviously if I hit my price target for it sooner, which could happen if it like 100x's tomorrow, then yeah, I'll probably take profits for sure. But if it's a slow scaler like my utility coins, I'm going to wait for when I decide to take profits. So that's how you got to view your investments, right? I know lottery plays, if you view meme coins, lottery plays are different than your main allocation. But for me, Turbo is a legitimate investment for me. Okay, but this is just what I believe, what I think, what I'm doing. Obviously, you got to find what's best for you. But that being said, I think Turbo can hit anywhere from 10 cents to 50 cents this cycle. $1 is possible. I just don't think it's going to hit. I think people are going to sell before it gets to $1 personally. But again, anything can happen. We can have a huge ass super cycle. Bitcoin can hit 300K. Who knows, right? We could see some money come into this market and turn in like that. We really have no idea. First time ETFs are in, smart money, BlackRock, hedge funds, banks. Okay, we have a lot of money in this market, not to mention catalysts of going towards adoption. These ETFs, which Bitcoin has one now and Ethereum's going to have one, they're bigger than you think. They're more important than you think. And I wouldn't be surprised if meme season, whether that's this year again or next year, ends up being a lot larger and more explosive than people think and people are giving it credit for right now. And I am not selling my bag. Despite what I see out there, what I hear out there, it is all noise. I am unfazed, and I recommend for you to do the same. Have a rock solid foundation of belief and conviction in your place, because if you don't, somebody will shake you out in due time, and it's only up to you whether you want to let that happen or not. And by the way, if you want to reach out to me, talk to me, see your crypto on buying, selling, trading next, be part of private Q&A conference calls. We do them every single week. You can talk to me, become the next investor to become financially free. Join around 40 people who have made 6 to 7 figures already. Be a part of a diverse group where we also have a profit-taking course on there for all members who join. Then I encourage you to join Patreon and Discord. I'll leave a link in the pinned comments down below. It would be awesome to see you there. But anyways, now I want to hear from you. Are you bullish on Turbo? And if so, where do you see it priced this bull cycle? Drop your comment down below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Really helps so much. That being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the